Our umpires, our umpire lineup is brought to you by Green Vision Group, total eye care for the entire family. Now at 21 convenient locations throughout Kansas. Green Vision Group, never miss a moment. And a special thanks to Doug Blackman. Our umpires at home plate will be Kip Spisak. First base will be Doug McClure. And at third base, Lance Vaughn. Westar Energy is proud to support the NBC World Series and the positive energy it brings to our community. We're looking forward to a bright future together. Westar Energy, taking energy to heart. Hey, baseball fans, go cool off and grab an ice cold Bud Light. Draft for only $3, going on now till 6 p.m. Bud Light, there's buzz for you. And let's welcome out on the field from Colorado, the Colorado Sox. Once again, defensively for the Sox, first base number 44, Dollar, second baseman.
And good morning, everybody. It is baseball time in Wichita. Time now for Game 1 of the NBC World Series on Monday, July the 30th. I'm Todd Hook along with Jack, Chris, and Vic. We're bringing you live NBC Baseball this afternoon, 83rd get-together by the banks of the Arkansas River. Today will be the Colorado Sox taking on the local Derby Twins. First for the visiting Derby Twins, Brett Fair will lead it off and play right field. Noah Bland will be in center and bat second. Anthony Dominguez will be the designated hitter and hit third. In the cleanup spot will be Colin Neville. Greg Sines will play second base and hit fifth. Cooper Minnick will be behind the plate. Jonathan Fernandez will play first base. Davis Elliott will be over at third, and rounding out the lineup will be Connor Bassler at shortstop. Twins out of the Jayhawk lead, 28-14 in the regular season. Here is Brett Fair. Get to that defense for Colorado in a moment. Looks like we're going to get started a couple of minutes early. We do have some weather to the west of us. We'll just play that by ear. And the first pitch to Fair is wide, ball one. First pitch at 11:58 Central Time. We appreciate everybody tuning in from Colorado. We have a little Colorado weather right here. 77 degrees. We'll take it. That is foul to the left side. 1 ball and 1 strike. Derby third in the Jayhawk League this last summer. Earned a berth in the NBC World Series. 6-4 loss the other day to Santa Barbara. That is bounced to the right side. Schaller over to his left. Flips to the pitcher, Mike Thill. And it's off his glove. So Fair will be safe at first on the error. We'll see how they score it. Schaller had to go quite a bit to his right to pick that one. Nonetheless, Brett Fair is at first base with a leadoff. Well, we're just going to wait and see how they rule it. Not going to speculate. So bring up Noah Bland. Hit .308 in the regular season. He's 2 for 5 in the tournament. Bland playing center field today. And he takes a pitch high. Twins are managed by Jeff Wells. And ball and no strikes. Pretty good lead over there by Fair. That is foul straight back. Fair with a high bouncer to the right side. Schaller had to go get it. Flipped to the pitcher, Thill, and he was unable to handle it. Flip was a little bit high, but that was catchable. And the runner goes. Good jump. Gonna throw down, and they got him. So Fair will be caught stealing. Good throw by Tate behind the dish, and 1 out. Nobody on now. Noah Bland will be up to him to keep things going right here. He steps in from the right side. 2 balls and a strike on him, and that is high, 3-1. Defensively for the Colorado Sox, Beckel, Howard, and Powell left to right in the outfield. Geiger will be at third base, and that's in there for a strike. 3-2 now. Baldini at shortstop, lightly over at second, Schaller at first, Tate behind the plate, and Mike Thill, right-hander, on the mound. Good change of pace there by Mike Thill, and that'll do it for Bland. And that's 2 down. Here's Anthony Dominguez. Thill out of Littleton, Colorado. 5'10", 180-pounder out of Metro State. He just graduated. So he's waiting for the phone to ring. And that is first pitch swinging by Anthony Dominguez. Goes the other way with it, and he's on with a 2-out hit. That is Dominguez's first hit of the series. He was 0 for 3 in the previous game. And this will bring up the cleanup guy, Colin Neville. Neville 2 for 4 in Game 1 in the World Series. And the first pitch to him. It's in there for a call strike on the outside corner. Pretty good location for Mike Thill. Neville out of Goddard, local guy, goes to Central Missouri. And an off-speed pitch delivered by Thill. That misses wide. Ball and a strike. 2 outs, runner at first. We're in the top of the first from Wichita. And the pitch. That is swung on and fouled back. Twins hit .292 this season as a team. They gave up just right at 5 runs a game pitching-wise. They're hitting .250 right now in the tournament. This is their 12th appearance in the NBC Classic. And that's swung on and missed. And that'll do it. So Neville will strike out. And we're through a half an inning. Derby leaves one. No score. We'll be right back.
Mom, we're gonna be late.
I know.
And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the first. Here's how the Colorado Sox will go. They're out of the Rocky Mountain Collegiate League. Chase Powell will lead it off and play right field. Brandon Beckel will play left field. Caleb Geiger will be over at third, and the designated hitter will be Draven Adame. Talon Schaller will hit fifth and play first base. Dawson Tate will be behind the dish and hit sixth. Hitting seventh will be Zach Baldini. He'll be at shortstop. Trevor Howard in center field, and rounding out the order will be Ty Lightly at second base. On the Mound will be a left-hander, Gabe Constantine. We'll let you know a little bit more about him in just a moment. Here is Chase Powell. Colorado coming off a 3-0 loss to the San Diego Force on Saturday. First pitch to Chase Powell. Good fastball from Constantine in there at the knees, strike one. And the 0-1, that's on the outside corner. Powell in the hole, 0-2. Powell 0 for 2 in the previous tournament game. And that swung on and missed. And Constantine gets him on 3 pitches. 1 out now.
So strike out to HVAC companies. Call 943 Heat or 943 Cool.
This will bring up Brandon Beckel.
Happening, the left fielder number 8, Brandon Beckel.
And the first pitch high. He was 0 for 5 in the tournament. Couple of walks. Pretty good eye for the strike zone, looks like. And that swung on and missed. Good action on that fastball from Constantine. Constantine, a very fast worker. That's good for everybody. And the 1-1 is in the dirt. Defensively for Derby, Neville, Bland, and Fair in the outfield. Elliott at third, Bassler at short, Signs over at second base, Fernandez at first, and Minnick behind the plate. And tried to check his swing. They're going to appeal, and yes, he did go around. Two balls, 2 strikes to Brandon Beckel, the left fielder. Steps in from the right side. Constantine shaking off a sign. Here it is. And that's high. Try to change his eye level just a smidge. 3 balls and 2 strikes. First of 4 today. Plenty of time to get down here if you're in the area. Absolutely stunning weather for July 31st. That is swung on and missed. That's a good 87-mile-an-hour fastball from Gabe Constantine on the outer half, and that'll do it for Beckel. Here is Caleb Geiger. And the first pitch to Geiger, off-speed pitch, just misses. Constantine, 6'2", 190-pounder out of McKinney, Texas. Goes to Grayson Community College. And that's in there for a strike. Very fast worker. Very compact delivery. 1 ball and a strike. And that's inside. 2-1. What wind we do have looks like to be blowing in from center field. Very uncharacteristic for this time of year. Usually it's blowing out to left, same temperature as a blast furnace. And the 2-1 just misses. 3 balls and a strike. And very fortunate this championship week and earlier in pool play for the mild weather. 3 balls and a strike. That is inside. And Geiger will draw a 2-out walk. Here's the designated hitter and cleanup guy, Draven Adame. Adame 1 for 7 in game 1. This is the Colorado Stocks' 8th appearance. They're 11-16 overall. Their best finish was 13th last year. And the first pitch to Adame. That's in there for a call strike at the knees. Ball and a strike. 2 outs, runner at first base. They got Powell and Beckel to go down on strikeouts. And off-speed pitch. Snap throw down to first. And Geiger's back in there head first. Ball and a strike. Here it is. That is inside. 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the first. No score between the Derby Twins and the Colorado Sox. And the 2-1 is fouled back. And a nice catch by a fan on one hop. I think that should have been caught in the air, but we're not going to give anybody a hard time just yet. Gotta have something for the game, too. And here's the 2-2. And that is in the dirt. Three balls, two strikes. Geiger down to second on the wild pitch. That one hit in front of the batter's box. It looked like it hit Adame, but it didn't. So a runner in scoring position. Adame could drive in the opening run of the ball game right here with a base hit. Looks like they're shading him a little bit over to a right field. That is swung on and fouled back to the right side. Good time to be a foul ball chaser and a little kid this time of day. Plenty of business and very few fans here. Looks like there's still seats available. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That is bounced to the right side. Signs up with it in shallow right field over to first, and that'll do it. So the Sox are going to leave one. We've played one in Wichita. No score. We'll be right back.
For every celebration, for every 6 a.m. wake-up call, for every heartache, for every homecoming, for every home, there is York. Environmentally responsible and technologically advanced to provide the optimal home environment while keeping you connected. Life by you. Comfort by York.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the second. Your umpires for today, home plate umpire will be Jeff Spisak. Over at first, Dave McClure. And at third base in the rocking chair, Lance Vaughn. 5, 6, and 7 scheduled for the Derby Twins. It'll be Signs, Minnick, and Fernandez. Here is Greg Signs. Steps in from the right side and takes a strike right down the middle. Signs hit .296 in the regular season, 2-4 in the tournament. So a pretty good tournament so far. That is swung on and bounced to the left side. Baldini right in his tracks, up with it. Throw a little bit up the line. Schaller able to make the catch and apply the tag, and that'll be out number 1.
Catcher number 6, Cooper Minnick.
One down. Here's the catcher, Cooper Minnick. Still looking for his first hit of the tournament. Steps in from the right side, and that'll be it. So Minnick 1 for 1. And he's aboard with 1 out. And with 1 out, that'll bring up Jonathan Fernandez. Fernandez hitless in the tournament, hit .188 in the regular season. Fernandez playing first base today. Steps in from the right side. Fernandez out of Miami, Florida. 6'3", 200-pounder out of Ottawa University. And that is in there for a strike. And a throw over to first. Minnick back in there. And the 0-1, that's in there for a strike. Fernandez in the hole, 0-2. Twins 28-14 in the regular season. And an off-speed pitch, and that'll do it for Fernandez. Loses his bat. And they do sell pine tar. Just a thought. 2 down now.
Allow you to grip your bat in all conditions with a grip lighter, hold tighter. Approach while increasing your performance.
Here's the number 8 man in the order, Davis Elliott. He is playing third base today. He is hitless in the tournament. He'll step in from the right side.
Number 5, Davis Elliott.
Elliott out of Brentwood, Kentucky. Goes to North Alabama. And he takes a pitch high, ball 1. This is the Twins' 12th appearance in the tournament, 33 and 24 overall. Their best finish was second. They were their last appearance, that is inside ball 1. Their last appearance in 2014, they were 10th. 6-4 loss on Saturday to Santa Barbara. And a 2-0. That's in there for a strike. 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs, runner at first. Base hit by Cooper Minnick. And the pitch, that is swung on and missed. Pretty good change of pace by Mike Thill. Playing him very deep to right field. Straight away in the infield, and the pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt. Blocked nicely by Tate. Pitchers don't hesitate to bury that ball. They know their catcher will dig it out. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner will be off with the pitch. And the pitch. That's inside, almost hit him. And a 2-out walk to Elliott. Twins have runners at first and second, 2 out. Here is the 9-hole man, Connor Bassler. Bassler out of Genevieve, Missouri. He goes to Southeast Missouri State. Steps in from the right side. And the pitch to him. Off-speed pitch. That is going to float wide. Ball 1. Bassler hit 300 in the Jayhawk League this year. That's a very respectable number. Very talented league. Ball and no strikes. That's going to miss high. Bassler in a position to drive in a run. That'll be the first run of the game for either club. 2 hits for the Twins, no hits for the Sox. We're in the top of the second. And here's the 2-0. That is high. 3 balls and a strike. Mike Thill facing a little bit of adversity here in the top of the second. Walked Davis Elliott, and he is at risk of walking Connor Bassler. See if he can get healthy. That is right down the middle, strike 1. Gotta wonder if Bassler may be taken again. We will just wait and see. And that's high, ball 4. So back-to-back walks issued by Mike Thill. And we're loaded up. Top of the order. Here's Brett Fair. He reached on an error in the first, and he has a chance to drive in a couple right here. Off-speed pitch by Mike Thill is in there for strike 1. Twins have them loaded, 2 outs, couple of walks, and a base hit. Thill trying to get out of it. They're deep up the middle. And that just missed wide. 1 ball, 1 strike. Colorado contingent thought that was in there. And here's the 1-1. That is swung on and missed. throw down to first. And Schaller has to dive back to his right to catch the throw and apply the tag. Very, very close. Almost caught Bassler sleeping. A ball and 2 strikes to the leadoff man, Brett Fair. Fair hit .347 in the Jayhawk League this summer. He is 0 for 1 today. And 1-2. Off-speed pitch misses wide. They're being very careful with him. You don't be too careful. You have no place to put him. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases are juiced. Still trying to get out of it. And here's the pitch. That is bounced to the right side. And Schaller will be up with it behind the bag. And the Twins are going to leave them loaded in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second. No score from Wichita. We'll be right back.
1, 2, 3, 35, 36, 37, 58, 59, 60.
And welcome back. We go to the bottom half of the second. No score between the Colorado Sox and the Derby Twins. Sox will have 5, 6, and 7 scheduled. It'll be Schaller, Tate, and Baldini. Gabe Constantine out for inning number 2. A couple of strikeouts in inning number 1. A walk and a bounce out. Been very effective for Gabe Constantine. Looks like they are covering the bullpens for some impending weather that may be on the way. And the first pitch to Schaller is wide, ball 1. Schaller hitless in the tournament. He's playing first base. Recorded the last out of the inning. And a 1-0. That misses wide. Schaller out of Lakewood, Colorado, goes to Colorado State Pueblo. And he swings through that one. And the count now 2 balls and a strike. 6'3", 230. That is linebacker material. And a 2-1. That is swung on and missed. Pitch looked like it was a little bit out of the strike zone. Good movement on it from Constantine. Count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a 2-2. That is swung on, sprayed foul down the right side. And here it is. That is swung on and missed, and that'll do it for Schaller. Pretty good fastball there at 83 for Gabe Constantine, and there's out number 1. Third strikeout of the game for Gabe Constantine. Here's Dawson Tate. Tate 0 for 2. Shows bunt, and bunts it foul down the right side. Colorado Sox coming off a 3-0 loss to the San Diego Force. They are 0-1 in the tournament. And here's the 0-1. That's high. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the second, no score. And the 1-1. That is high. 2 balls and a strike. Didn't miss by much. Tate from Pueblo West, and he takes inside. That's ball 3. He will be a sophomore at Dodge City Community College. Sox are managed by Dick Orcutt. And here's the 3-1 from Constantine. That is swung on and missed. And that was on the inner half. Kind of handcuffed Tate a little bit. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good movement on the fastball from Constantine. And here's the 3-2. That is bounced back to the box. Constantine on a hop flips to Fernandez, and that'll be out number 2.
Shortstop number 3, Zach Baldini.
And here's Zach Baldini, 1 for 5 in the tournament. He's playing shortstop. Baldini out of Lakewood, 5'10", 180-pounder. And he takes a strike. Just graduated from Metro State. And here's the 0-1. Off-speed pitch. That floats in there nicely for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 Baldini. And the 0-2 is rung up on the outside corner. And that'll do it for the Sox in the bottom of the second. Baldini not so sure. And the Sox go in order. We've played 2. No score from Wichita. We'll be right back.
Davis Moore is proud to support our local schools and teachers through organizations like Project Teacher that provide free school supplies to students in the greater Wichita area. Through the month of July, we're collecting school supplies like pencils, crayons, glue sticks, markers, and paper. Stop by any of our dealerships with your donation so that together we can help get supplies into the hands of children in our schools. From all of us at Davis Moore, thank you for your continued support to help our community.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the third. No score between the Twins and the Sox. Look like a little light rain starting to fall here at Lawrence Dunant Stadium. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 for the Twins. Bland, Dominguez, and Neville scheduled. Thill out for inning number 3. And first pitch to Bland is wide, ball 1. Bland playing center field. Swung on and popped up. Looks like the center fielder Howard coming in and makes the play. So that'll be out number 1.
Designated hitter number 12, Anthony Dominguez.
So bring up the designated hitter, Anthony Dominguez. Singled and was stranded in the first. So he's 1 for 4 in the tournament. Steps in from the left side and takes a strike. Good off-speed pitch from Mike Thill. Dominguez out of Fort Worth. He goes to Abilene Christian. And the 0-1 is inside. Pretty good cafeteria out there at Abilene. I've been there several times. And the 1-1. That is bounced to the right side. And Schaller bobbles it a little bit, has to hurry, and he dives in head first just about the same time that Dominguez was reaching the bag. And he's out by an eyelash, so that's out number 2.
The world's greenest carpet cleaner.
Here's the cleanup guy, Colin Neville. Struck out in the first. He's 0 for 1. 2 for 5 in the series. Takes a pitch low, ball 1. Neville out of Goddard. And that's in there for a strike. Good off-speed pitch from Mike Thill. They have covered the bullpens here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. They are dirt. The only other dirt you can find at this ballpark is on pitcher's mound. Other than that, you got to bring your own. That is driven to center. Howard back and to his right a couple of steps. He's camped, and that'll do it. So the Twins go in order in the top of the third. We go to the bottom of the third. No score from Wichita. We'll be right back.
It's time to make a muscle and make a difference, Wichita.
Davis Moore has partnered with the MDA for more than 15 years, supporting the Drive to a Cure efforts of curing neuromuscular diseases and improving the quality of life for kids like these.
During the month of August, the Davis Moore Auto Group will proudly donate a portion of this month's sales to MDA. If you'd like to help, come into any one of our Davis Moore locations to make your donation. Help us drive to a cure under the big American flag.
And welcome back. We go to the home half of the third. Still no score between the Sox and the Twins. For the Sox, 8, 9, and 1 scheduled. Howard, Lightly, and Powell. Constantine out for inning number 3, and there's no reason why he shouldn't be. Howard still looking for his first hit of the tournament. He's 0 for 3. And he swings at a fastball and misses. Strike 1. Howard playing center field today. Out of Highlands Ranch, Colorado. And he takes a pitch wide. 5'10", 190-pounder out of the Colorado School of Mines. He will be a freshman. And the 1-1. That is foul back. Ball and 2 strikes. Sox still looking for their first hit off Gabe Constantine. And the 1 ball, 2 strikes. That is inside, just missed, not by much, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. That is sprayed foul down the right side. Weather does come in. They will have a concern about pitcher's mound. That's the only dirt. Everything else is artificial surface. And lightning, of course. Other than that, we'll play on best they can. And that is swung on and fouled back. And count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sox hit .075 in game 1. They're hoping to improve on that. So far, they have not surpassed that. They are hitless today. And that is swung on and driven through the right side, and that'll be the first hit of the ball game by the Sox. 8-hole man Trevor Howard picks it up. And the Sox have their leadoff man on. Nobody out. Here is Ty Lightly. Wind beginning to freshen now, blowing in from center field and left field. Looks like about 10 miles an hour. And shows bunt, snap throw down, and Howard just gets back in there. Good shot by Minnick. Colorado manager Dick Orcutt running through some signs over at third base. I wonder if we still have the bunt on. And he squares, and he takes a ball. Two balls to nothing. Seen a few good bunts this week. For the most part, not so much. Seems to have been kind of a forgotten skill. And the 2-0. Shows bunt. Snap throw again. It's right on the money, but not in time. Constantine, 33 innings of work. This past summer gave up 18 hits, 9 runs, all earned. Struck out 42, walked 24. He was 4-1 on the season. And there's in there for a strike. Earned run average of 2.45, very good. Three balls and a strike. Runner at first, nobody out. Shows bunt again. That is bunted down the left side. Third baseman up with it. Over to first in time. Elliott was charging. He got it on a couple of hop, and that's out number 1. So credit lightly with a sacrifice. And 1 out. Howard down to second. Top of the order here is Chase Powell. Powell 0 for 1 today, 0 for 3 for the tournament. Powell out of Westminster, Colorado. Goes to Northeastern Community College. Constantine looks like he's set now. Check of the runner. Here's the pitch. That is bounced to the right side. Fernandez unable to pick it. And the runner over to third. Let's see how they're going to score that. Looks like they're going to give him an error. So Powell will be on with an error. Runners at the corners now for the Colorado Sox. Looked like Fernandez came up with that one, but that just got under his glove. That was a tough hop. He had to get it on the in-between hop. And here's Brandon Beckel. 0 for 1 today, 0 for 6 for the tournament, and he swings through it, strike 1. 75 degrees here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium in southern Kansas. And that is inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Twins trying to get a ground ball. That is swung on and missed. 1 and 2. Beckel struck out in the first. And a pitch is swung on, foul back. Good off-speed pitch from Constantine. Ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runners at the corners. Here it is. That is to the shortstop. Bobbles a little bit over to second for 1. Back to first in time for the double play. And that'll do it for the Sox here in the third. Bassler bobbled it, flipped to Signs. Signs did not catch it with his glove. He caught it with his bare hand. He had to. And over to first in time. So that will be a double play to end the inning. We've played 3. No score from Wichita. We'll be right back.
Mount up, take off, and chase the sun. Experience more of what makes Kansas great. And let K-Tag help you get there. 236 miles of road, endless destinations of wonder. Start your adventure with K-Tag. Get your free K-Tag at myktag.com.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the fourth. No score from Wichita between the Derby Twins and the Colorado Sox. 5, 6, and 7 scheduled for the Twins. It'll be Signs, Minnick, and Fernandez. Mike Thill out for inning number 4. Been very effective against the Twins so far. The first pitch. 2 Signs is high, ball 1. Signs 0 for 1. Bounced out in the second. He is 2 for 5 for the tournament. That is to the left side. Geiger on the big hop over to first, and that'll do it for Signs. And with 1 out, that'll bring up Cooper Minnick. Minnick, the catcher, 1 for 1 today. He is 1 for 1 for the tournament.
Catcher number 6, Cooper Minnick.
Singled in the second and was stranded at third. First pitch to him. That is wide, ball 1. Minnick out of Leon, Kansas. He goes to West Texas A&M. 5'11", 190-pounder. Shows bunt. And that's foul. Looked like he was trying to maybe push it down or push it past the pitcher on the right side. Nonetheless, 1-1. It's very close to hitting him outside of the box. Here's the 1-1. That is off the end of the bat to the second baseman, lightly over to first in time. That had some wicked English on it. Lightly played it well. And with 2 outs, here's Jonathan Fernandez. Fernandez 0 for 1 today. Struck out in the second. Off-speed pitch floats inside, ball 1. 188 in the regular season in the Jayhawk League. Fernandez out of Miami, Florida, and he bounces that one foul. .63", 200-pounder out of Ottawa. Ball and a strike, 2 outs, nobody on. Here it is. That is low. 2 balls and a strike. And here's the 2-1. That is bounced up the middle. Lightly gloves it on the backhand and over to first in time. I think that was off Mike Thill's glove at the pitcher's mound. He slowed it up a little bit, lightly over up the middle, backhands it, and makes the play and gets Fernandez in time. So the Twins go in order. We've played 3.5, no score. We'll be right back. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Still no score between the Derby Twins and the Colorado Sox. 3, 4, and 5 scheduled for the Sox. Gabe Constantine out for inning number 4. It'll be Geiger, Adame, and Schaller. Geiger walked in the first. He is 1 for 6 for the tournament. Geiger playing third base. First pitch to him, high and away, ball 1. Ball and no strikes. And that is up and away. 2 balls to nothing. Fastball 83 to 85 from Gabe Constantine. Looks like they're shading Geiger a little bit towards right field. A lot of room down the line in left. That is inside. Almost hit him. 3 balls to nothing. And he walked him. 4 straight pitches, gets away from Minnick.
One of the 3 Wichita Federal Credit Union locations and ask how much money they can save you each month. Visit WichitaMCU.com.
So a leadoff walk to Caleb Geiger. Sox have a runner at first base. They stranded a runner in the bottom of the third at third base. Here is Draven Adame. Bounced out to the second baseman in the first inning. He's 1 for 8 for the tournament, 0 for 1 today. He shows bunt, pulls it back, and bounces it foul down the left side. And that ball was played poorly by the Colorado Sox third base coach. And the 0-1. That is wide. Ball and a strike. And the 1-1 is high. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out. Runner at first base. Leadoff walk by Caleb Geiger. Sox out of the Rocky Mountain Collegiate League. 0-1 in the NBC tournament. And that's wide. Snap throw down there by Minnick. And Geiger's back in there standing up. Kinda. Look like a modified square dance going on down there. That Geiger's back in there. 3 balls and a strike now to Adame. That is driven to center. Bland is right there. That ball was hit on the nose. Bland had him played perfectly, and there's 1 out. And with 1 out, here's Talon Schaller. 0 for 1 today, 0 for 8 for the tournament. Struck out in the second. Schaller out of Lakewood, Colorado State Pueblo. And he takes a pitch in there for a call strike. Good off-speed pitch from Gabe Constantine. And that is swung on, fouled, and caught by Minnick. Schaller in the hole, 0-2. 6'3", 230. And the 0-2. That is just misses outside. Constantine tried to get him to chase something just outside the zone. Pretty good eye there by Schaller. And that's wide. Fastball high and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sox 11-16 overall in the NBC tournament. Both clubs with 2 hits apiece. Not a lot of offense to speak of so far. That just misses inside. They appeal. He didn't go around. 3-2 now. And 3-2, here it is. That is popped up foul. We'll have the Liberal BJs and the Colorado Cyclones next, and the feature game will be the Everett Washington Merchants versus the Kansas Stars. And the nightcap will be San Diego versus the Santa Barbara Foresters. Plenty of ball to watch. We'll have them all for you. And that's wide, ball 4. Second inning, second walk of the inning issued by Gabe Constantine. Runners now at first and second. And here's Dawson Tate. Bounced out to the pitcher last time. He's 0 for 3 in the tournament. First pitch to him is sprayed foul down the right side. Was a little light rain falling earlier. Doesn't appear to be falling now. And the 0-1, that is a one-hopper to the second baseman, over to short for one, back to first in time. That ball was smoked. Schaller had to hold up to make sure it wasn't caught.
Hey, good afternoon, baseball fans. I'm KSN meteorologist Leon Smitherman. Beautiful day for a game today. Hope you're having a great time out at the NBC World Series. Our forecast today, a lot of cloud cover, a little bit of sunshine, mid-80s for daytime highs. As you head towards sunset, you know, we might catch a couple of stray sprinkles and showers, so keep that in mind, but it doesn't look like it would be anything too heavy. And then heading home tonight, temperatures down into the mid-70s as the clouds break up. Really a pleasant evening. Hope you have a great time at the game, drive home safely, and make sure you tune in tomorrow morning for a first look at Kansas today.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the fifth. No score between the Sox and the Twins. 8, 9, and 1 scheduled for the Twins. Elliott, Bassler, and top of the order, Brett Fair will be scheduled. Here is Davis Elliott. Mike Thill out for inning number 5. And the first pitch is fouled back. That got a piece of Tate. He's shaking his throwing hand a little bit. That ball had a gash in it. Haven't seen a ball like that since Little League. That was a game ball. Here's the 0-1. Off-speed pitch. That's in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes to Davis Elliott. Elliott walked in the second. Playing third base today. And that's wide. Sox contingent wanted that one. Elliott hit .263 in the regular season, and he fouls that one back. No balls, 2 strikes. Elliott out of Brentwood, Kentucky. And that is bounced foul down the left side. A good swing at that one, just couldn't keep it fair. Elliott hitless in the tournament. And the 1-2. That is swung on half-heartedly and missed, bobbled by the catcher Tate. He gathers himself and throws a strike down to first, and that will be 1 out. Here's Connor Bassler. Bassler walked in the second. He's 0 for 4 for the tournament. First pitch to him. Shows bunt. Pulls it back, takes a strike. Bassler out of Genevieve, Missouri, Southeast Missouri State. And a good change of pace. He swung through it. No balls and 2 strikes. Good pitch from Mike Thill. Pulled the string on him. One out, nobody on. That is popped up to the right side. Powell coming in, making the call and the play. And that'll be out number 2.
Right fielder number 7, Brett Fear.
So bring up Brett Fear. over 2, bounced out to the first baseman last time. Reached on an error in the first, was caught stealing. First pitch to the left-hander. That is wide. Right on left matchup. 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the top of the 5th, no score. 2 hits for both clubs. That is a good fastball in there for a called strike. And that's in there. Strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good off-speed pitch from Mike Thill. Looked like a slider. And here's the 1-2. That's off outside. Tried to get him to chase something. That wasn't close enough to be a realistic purpose pitch. And that'll even it up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it is. That is bounced to the right side, lightly on the big hop. Up with it over to first and gets Fair, who runs very well by a step. That was one of them artificial surface high hoppers that these guys struggle with so much, but the Twins go in order. We have played 4.5. No score from Wichita. We'll be right back. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 5th. No score from Wichita. 7, 8, 9 scheduled for the Colorado Sox. Gabe Constantine out there for inning number 5, and he has been nothing short of spectacular. 1 runner has reached 3rd, and a couple of them have reached 2nd, but that's been it for the Colorado Sox. Baldini, Howard, and Lightly scheduled. First pitch to the shortstop, Baldini, is high, ball 1. Baldini struck out in the 2nd. He is 1 for 6 in the tournament. And that's wide. 2 balls, no strikes. And that is foul back. That is off the scorer's booth. 2 balls and a strike. Needs to wake them folks up anyway. And here's the 2-1. That is an excuse-me swing foul. That's in the Twins dugout. Count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Baldini leading it off here in the 5th. And the 2-2 is foul straight back. Had it timed very well, just got under it. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, nobody on. That is bounced to the right side, signs in and to his right. Over to first, and that'll do it for Baldini. Baldini 0 for 2 now. And with 1 out, here's Trevor Howard. 1 for 1 today, singled and was stranded in the 3rd. He's the guy that made it to 3rd base. And that is low, ball 1. Howard 1 for 4 in the tournament. He's out of Highlands Ranch, Colorado. Swung on and popped up to the right side. Fernandez, first baseman, making the call. And the play right near the bag. And that'll be out number 2. And here's the 9-hole man, Ty Lightly. Credited with a sacrifice in the 3rd. He's 0 for 5. Lightly playing second base, and the first pitch to him is wide, ball 1. And the 1-0 is sprayed foul down the right-hand side. That'll even it up, 1 ball and a strike. Game 1 of 3 today. No baseball around the clock this year. If you want to come out here and sleep in the parking lot, I guess you can. Here's the 1-1. That is bounced to the right side. Signs is going to be up with it on the run. Flip to Fernandez, and that'll do it. So the Sox go in order. We've played 5 from Wichita. Still no score. We'll be right back.
At the start of a lovely day, you say a word you can't unsay. Nice job, Mom, you just scarred your son. Now he thinks naughty words are fun. He's just 3 years old, now someday he'll be on parole. Don't be snitching when your morning is hell. Just go to Taco Bell.
When you've had a morning, let us make you an entire breakfast all wrapped up. The Breakfast Crunch Wrap, only at Taco Bell.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the 6th. No score between the Twins and the Sox. Both clubs 1 loss in the tournament. 2, 3, and 4 scheduled for the Twins. Mike Thill out for inning number 6. Bland, Dominguez, and Neville scheduled for the Derby Twins. Bland 0 for 2 today. He's 2 for 7 in the tournament. Bland playing center field. And the first pitch to the right-hander, an off-speed pitch, catches the inside corner, strike 1. Bland hit .308 in the Jayhawk League this summer. That is bounced foul. That was off his foot. Bland out of Oberlin, Ohio. He goes to the Ohio Dominican, 6 foot, 186 pounder. And here's the 1-1. Little change of pace. That is driven to left. Beckel goes back and then comes in. And that'll be out number 1. This textbook outfield play there by Beckel. First step is always a drop step. You don't want to let that ball get over you. Head, you can always come in. Here's Anthony Dominguez. That is an off-speed pitch that misses wide, ball 1. Dominguez hit .298 in the Jayhawk League. He is 1 for 2 today. And that is bounced foul during the right side. Grounds crew still has the bullpens covered, so I guess nobody's getting loose today. Here's the 1-1. That is a good healthy cut by Anthony Dominguez. That's foul straight back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He was thinking downtown on that one. No score. 2 hits apiece. Fantastic pitcher's duel going on right now. That's in the dirt, almost hit him. I do say dirt, but there's no dirt down there. So you'll just have to use your imagination. And a 2-2. That is wide. Just missed outside. Tate held it there for a second for home plate umpire Jeff Spisak to look again, which I'm not sure is ever a good idea. Here's the 3-2. That swung on and missed. Actually, that is foul tipped. Tate held on to it, and that'll be out number 2. And with 2 outs, here's Colin Neville. Neville 0 for 2, flew out to center field last time, struck out in the first. Brief conversation between the manager of the Twins and the home plate umpire. Looks like he caught it pretty cleanly to me. And the first pitch to Neville. Misses wide, ball 1. Neville playing left field. And the pitch. Good change of pace by Mike Thill, and Neville swings through it. That'll even it up 1-1. BJ's and the Cyclones have arrived. That is another off-speed pitch, swung on and missed. So Neville in the hole, 1-2. Cyclones in the cage, getting some hacks in. BJ's have gathered down the left field line. And the 1-2 is high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll have that game for you right after this one, about 30 minutes after. And here's the 2-2. That is bounced foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. We're in the top of the 6th. No score. Let's see which club will blink. And a 2-2. Just missed outside. Good job holding up by Neville. Mike Thill tickling the outside corner. That was noticeably outside, but close. And a 3-2. That is ripped down to first base. Schaller is right there. And that'll do it for the Twins. That ball was hit right on the screws, but Neville has nothing to show for it, so the Twins go in order. We have played 5.5. No score from Wichita. We'll be right back.
Starkey helps make Wichita a winning community.
Starkey provides jobs for people with disabilities.
Starkey reminds us that we have more in common than we know.
Starkey connects me to my community.
Starkey is one of the things that makes our community very, very fabulous. Right, Joe?
Right.
Welcome back. We go to the home half of the 6th. No score in Wichita. Top of the order for the Colorado Sox. It'll be Powell, Beckel, and Geiger. Gabe Constantine out for inning number 6 of work. He got the Sox in order in the 5th. Here's Chase Powell. Reached on an error in the 3rd. And he takes a pitch low, ball 1. Struck out in the 1st. He's 0 for 2. Powell playing right field, 0 for 4 in the tournament. And swings and misses. That'll even it up 1-1. Sox out of the Rocky Mountain Collegiate League. And that is popped up down the right side, foul. This is their 8th appearance in the tournament. So they are no stranger to this process. Ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. That is in the dirt. Tried to get him to chase something. Good discipline by Chase Powell. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. Top of 6. Actually, bottom of 6. That is fouled back. Beckel waits on deck. He is 0 for 2 also. And looks like Constantine's going to start over. And he has a sign. Here it is. Off-speed pitch misses. 3-2. Wind continues to blow in from center field. And a 3-2. That's wide. So the leadoff man is aboard with nobody out. Here's Brandon Beckel. 0 for 5, correction, 0 for 7 in the tournament. Couple of walks. First pitch to him, he shows bunt. Good bunt down the first base line, fielded by the pitcher. Over to the second baseman covering for out number 1. So credit Beckel with a sacrifice. 1 out. Powell down to second, and the Sox have a runner at second base with 1 out. Here's Caleb Geiger. Geiger a couple of walks today, stranded both times. Made it to second base on both occasions. Geiger out of Sedalia, Colorado. Goes to Concordia University. And he takes a ball. Looks like they are uncovering the bullpen mound, so somebody can get loose in the derby pen. That is in the dirt, and that's read very well by Powell. He will be down to third on the wild pitch. So the Sox with a runner at third with 1 out. You do trust your catcher to block those balls, but not always close enough to keep the runners where they're at. That's a strike. 2 balls and a strike. And the 2-1 is wide. 3 balls and a strike. That gets away from the pitcher. Bassler was backing that one up. That's infielders ought to be aware anytime that runner's at third base, and he'd be backing that throw up from the catcher, and that's exactly what Bassler did, and that's in the dirt. And that'll be the second walk of the inning. Geiger will walk. Runners at the corners for the Sox. Looks like Esteban Lazola getting loose. Looks like we're going to have a visit to the mound. While we're having a mound visit, I'll let you know what's coming up. Liberal BJs will take on the Colorado Cyclones right after this one, about 30 minutes after. Then at 7 o'clock, the Everett Washington Merchants will take on the Kansas Stars. And in the nightcap will be the San Diego, California Force versus the Santa Barbara, California Foresters. Foresters are the defending national champion. So both the 7 and the 9 o'clock games contain teams with 1 win. Umpire out to break it up. No change going to be made so far. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Gabe Constantine looking for a strikeout or a ground ball to get out of it. Here's Draven Adami. 0 for 2 today, shows bunt, and that'll be fouled back into the crowd. Looks like maybe a safety squeeze. Powell over at third, Geiger at first. And that is bounced to the left side. Cut off by Elliott over to first. The only play he has, and a run scores. That'll be out number 2. Powell in round 2 score. Geiger down to second base. That ball was not hit sharply. The only play Elliott had was to first base. This will bring up Talon Schaller. So the Sox strike first. They lead at 1-0 in the bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. And the first pitch to Schaller's in there for strike 1. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk. 0 for 8 for the tournament. Walked and was forced out in the 4th. And the 0-1. That is low. That leaving it up 1-1. Good fastball from Schaller, 87 mile an hour. Looks like he has still plenty left in the tank. This is inning number 6 of work for him. Off-speed pitch. And they will check him, and he goes around. Pretty obvious he went around on that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Two outs, runner at second base. And that is a broken bat ground ball to the right side. Signs up with it, and that'll do it. So the Sox get 1, they leave 1. We're through 6. They lead at 1-0. We'll be right back.
Love live music, craft beer, local food, and the great urban outdoors? You'll find it all at the first ever Wichita Vortex Music Festival, August 4th and 5th. It's a concert and camping event right where the Arkansas and Little Arkansas meet, next to the Keeper of the Plains. Dwight Yoakam stars with Moreland and Arbuckle, Okie Lafarge, Cherokee Maidens, Carrie Nation and the Speakeasy, and more. Concert tickets can be purchased alone or with a campsite. Wake up Saturday to all-you-can-eat pancakes and Western swing. Tickets and details at WichitaVortexFest.com.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the 7th. Sox get a run on the bottom of the 6th. They lead it 1-0. 3, 5, 6, and 7 for the Twins. First pitch swinging, that is Greg Sines. Skied to right field. Powell making the call in right center. And 1 pitch and 1 out for Mike Thill.
Catcher number 6, Cooper Minnick.
And here's Cooper Minnick, the catcher. He's 1 for 2. Bounced out in the 4th, singled in the 2nd, stranded both times. And he takes a pitch high, ball 1. And here's a 1-0. That's in there for a call strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. We're in the top of the 7th. We're an hour, 20-minute old. That's low. 2 balls and a strike. Both pitchers very efficient. Fast workers, and they are pounding the zone. And the 2-1. That is way short. 3 balls and a strike. All artificial surface here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Big ballpark, 330 down the lines, 385 in the alleys, 400 to center. That is down the left side. That'll be just inside the third base bag. And Minnick is into second base with a double. So that'll be a one-out double for Cooper Minnick. He's 2 for 3. That ball is just inside the bag at third. Geiger laid out for it, unable to get any leather on it. And the tying run is at second base. Here is Jonathan Fernandez. That is double number 104 for the World Series. So a lot of doubles here in the last week and a half. Here is Jonathan Fernandez. That is wide, ball 1. Fernandez 0 for 2, struck out in the second, bounced out in the fourth. Hit 188 in the Jayhawk League. Steps in from the right side. And the pitch to him. That is popped up to the right side. Powell coming in. And he makes the play just near the line. Not deep enough for Minnick to tag. It would have been tough for Powell, which had all of his momentum going towards the bullpen, to get himself righted and get enough on the throw to get Minnick at third base. So 2 outs now. Here's Davis Elliott. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. First pitch to him, and he's going to wear that one. So that will be a 2-out hit by pitch. Runners at first and second now for the 9-hole man, Connor Basler. 0 for 1 today.
Shortstop number 4, Connor Basler.
2 outs now. It'll be up to Basler to keep this thing going. 3 hits for the Twins, 2 for the Sox. Sox lead at 1-0. And the first pitch to Basler. They checked to see if he went around. He held up. Ball and no strikes. And the 1-0, that's in there. Good strike at the letters. 1 ball and 1 strike. You have some activity now in the Sox dugout, or in the Sox bullpen. Carlos Amador getting loose. And here's the 1-1. Off-speed pitch, swung on and missed. Had Basler way out in front of that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. They'll trying to strand a couple of runners right here. And the 1-2. That is bounced to the right side. That'll get through. They're going to send the runner. Here is the throw to the plate. And it is up the line. Gets away from the catcher. Trailing runner is coming in and will make it. Missed the plate first time through. They direct him to go back and touch. And that'll be 2 runs for the Twins, and they take the lead. So the error on the throw from the right fielder. Basler down to third on the base hit. And the Twins lead it 2-1. Looks like manager for the Sox, Dick Orcutt, out. Looks like they're going to make a change. We'll tell you all about it as soon as we find out. So Mike Thill goes 6 2/3. Gives up a couple of runs. That runner at third base will be his responsibility. Three more games to follow. We'll have them all for you. BJ's and the Colorado Cyclones up next, both with 1 loss in the tournament. Looks like Carlos Amador will be coming on. He is a right-hander 5'10", 165-pounder out of Thornton, Colorado. He will be a junior at the University of West Alabama. So Amador comes on to try to put out the fire. Twins have scored twice here in the top of the 7th. It'll be the Liberal BJs and the Colorado Cyclones up next. Everett Washington will play the Kansas Stars at 7. And at 9:30, San Diego, California Force will take on the Santa Barbara, California Foresters. So plenty of baseball to get out here and watch today. If you're watching online, just settle in, get a cold drink, and let us entertain you all night long. Top of the order for the Twins, it'll be Brett Fair. 2 outs, it'll be up to him to keep things going. Fair 0 for 3, reached on an error in the first. Hit .347 this last season in the Jayhawk League. Steps in from the left side, right on left matchup, and he swings through the first one, strike 1. It looked like Amador started him out with an off-speed pitch. And that is driven to right. That'll get down for a base hit and get by the right fielder, Powell. And Fair is in there with his first hit of the ball game, an RBI double to right field. So Bassler will score, and that'll make it 3-1 Derby. This will bring up Noah Bland. Bland hits from the right side. First pitch to him, off-speed pitch, floats in there. Good overhand curveball from Carlos Amador. No balls and a strike. Derby has gotten 3 here in the 7th. Off-speed pitch is popped up. Second baseman lightly making the call and the play, and that'll do it. So the Derby Twins leave 1, but they get 3 here in the top of the 7th. They lead it 3-1 over the Colorado Sox. We'll be right back.
For every celebration, for every 6 a.m. wake-up call, for every heartache, for every homecoming, for every home, there is York. Environmentally responsible and technologically advanced to provide the optimal home environment while keeping you connected. Life by You. Comfort by York.
And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Twins take the lead 3-1 in the top of the 7th. New pitcher for the Twins, Esteban Lizola, will take over. He is a 6'2", 160-pounder out of Dinuba, California. He goes to Fresno Pacific, and he will be a junior. He'll be called on to keep the Colorado Sox at bay. Twins lead at 3-1. 5 hits for the Twins, 2 hits for the Sox. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for the Sox. It'll be Tate, Baldini, and Howard. Here is Dawson Tate, 0 for 2 today. And the pitch is high, ball 1. First pitch from Lizola, fastball at 85. Looks like a shoe issue there for Dawson Tate. Looked like his stirrup has come out. Looks like he's going to put the shoe back on, leave the stirrup out. That's never a good idea. Umpire is going to see that he gets that stirrup back in. Well, maybe not. I don't know. This could be a severe issue here. Looks like they're going to let him play with that stirrup out. I've seen many a disaster with a stirrup out, so we'll just see how this one plays out. And the 1-0 is swung on and missed. Ball and a strike. And here's the 1-1. And that's a good fastball on the outside corner at 84. Ball and 2 strikes. Good spot from Esteban Lizola. I've seen guys bite it in the middle of the street with a stirrup out, so it can happen. Uh-oh. That one's inside that. It's off the helmet. And it looks like Tate is going to go down. He is going to lay back and let the folks attend to him. That ball was off the helmet. That was an off-speed pitch that got away from Esteban Lizola. Trainer is out. Got to remember that baseball coming in at 80 to 90 mile an hour. Even though that helmet is padded, there still is a collision. Looks like Tate is going to set up. He is still trying to shake it off. Always scary when you get a ball to the head. Looks like they're going through all the questions and trying to ask him where he might be. He's up. He is a tough customer. He's also the catcher, so he understands they're going to bring him his helmet, looks like. It's usually what they do in football is they hide a guy's helmet. Looks like he is going to put his helmet on, leave his stirrup out, and he's going to trot down to first. Pitcher Esteban Lizola meets him down the line, shakes hands. Fantastic show of sportsmanship. And Tate is going to sprint up and down the line a little bit, make sure all the cobwebs are all clear. And I think the first base coach is going to insist he put his stirrup in. I think they're going to tuck it up in his pants. Hate to see him get his spike hung up in that stirrup, fall down and injure himself further. Looks like they're going to let Esteban Lizola take a few warm-up tosses. After the delay, he's ready to go. One's all he needs. So if you just joined us, Dawson Tate is leading it off with a hit by pitch. It was hit in the helmet. He is up and over to first. Here's Zach Baldini, 0 for 2 today. And that is high, ball 1. Ball and no strikes. And that is high. Two balls to nothing. Twins get 3 in the top of the 7th. They lead it 3-1. And that misses low. 3 balls, no strikes. You got to wonder if that hit by pitch might have affected Esteban Lazola a little bit. And a 3-0. That is wide. So a leadoff hit by pitch and a walk. Colorado Sox have runners at first and second. Nobody out. So the tying run at first, go-ahead run here at the plate. Here's Trevor Howard, 1 for 2, singled in the third, stranded at third. Howard 1 for 5 on the tournament. Looks like he's going to show bunt. That is bunted back to the pitcher. Thinks about going to second, but goes to first for the sure out. And that's 1 out, so credit Howard with a sacrifice. 1 out. Here's Ty Lightly. Everybody advances 90 feet. Runners now at second and third. Lightly 0 for 2. A chance to tie this thing up with a base hit right here. Activity in the Twins bullpen. A couple of guys getting loose. Off-speed pitch. Misses wide. Ball and no strikes. 1 out. That is up the middle for a base hit. 1 run will score. And they will hold the trail runner. Throw is cut off. Tate will score. That'll make the score 3-2. Baldini was held at third. You don't want to make that second out at home. Lightly on with a base hit. That's his first base hit of the game. Runners at the corners. 1 out. 1-run ball game now. Tying run at third base. Leadoff guy, Chase Powell, top of the order. Walked and scored in the 6th. Steps in from the left side. Swung on and fouled. Powell 0 for 2, reached on an error in the third, struck out in the first. Powell out of Westminster, Colorado, Northeastern Community College. And here's the 0-1. That's inside, almost hit him. 1 ball and a strike. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runners at the corners. Here it is. And that is wide. 2 balls and a strike. And here's the 2-1. That is popped up to the left fielder. Neville comes in, and it's not deep enough to score. So that'll be out number 2. So Powell pops up for out number 2. That'll bring up Brandon Beckel. Credited with a sacrifice in the 6th. He is 0 for 2. Bounced out in the 3rd, struck out in the 1st. Twins 3, Sox 2. Tying run at third base. Go-ahead run over at first. Sox have runners at the corners. A walk and a hit by pitch this inning. And that's in there for a call strike to Beckel. Lazola came on to take over for Gabe Constantine. He went 6 strong innings, gave up 1 run. And the pitch. That is in there for a strike. Good off-speed pitch at the letters. Beckel in the hole 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. And that's wide. Good fastball at 88, just off the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Bottom of 7. Twins lead at 3-2. Sox threatening. And the 1-2 is swung on and missed. Good change of pace from Lazola. And that'll do it for the Sox. They get 1 run. They leave a couple. We've played 7. Twins 3, Sox 2. We'll be right back.
You're nervous, you're excited, you're happy, but you're also sad because you realize that now you have an opportunity for a transplant because someone had died, and so there's very much of a mixed emotion. It is a hard thought. You know, I have someone else's corneas, but it also has allowed me to do and see things that I'm very fortunate to have been able to experience.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the 8th. Little Sweet Caroline here at the ballpark. Sure appreciate Neil Diamond coming a couple of weeks ago to teach everybody the song. Twins lead at 3-2. They get 3 in the top of the 7th. We here go to the top of the 8th. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Twins. Dominguez, Neville, and Sign scheduled. First pitch from Carlos Amador is wide, ball 1. Amador out for inning number 2. He came in to take over for Mike Thill. That is swung on and driven to center. Howard ranging over to his left into left center and makes the play. Good communication out there by the Sox. And here's the cleanup guy, Colin Neville. 0 for 3 today, lined out in the 6th. He absolutely smoked it to the first baseman, Schaller. And the first pitch to him, off-speed pitch by Amador in there for a strike. And the 0-1. That is wide, ball and a strike. Twins 28-14 this season in the Jayhawk League. Hit .292. That is popped up to the left side. Third baseman over to have a look, and that'll be well into the seats. 3 more games to follow. Ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the top of the 8th, and that's high. Twins lead at 3-2. 5 hits for the Twins, 3 hits for the Sox. Couple of errors for the Sox. Not helping matters. That is swung on and missed. Tate unable to hold on to it. Tate back out there after being hit by a pitch in the helmet. Two balls, 2 strikes. Off-speed pitch, that's in the dirt, dropped by Tate. He is up with it, down to first in time. That'll be out number 2. Here's Greg Signs. Signs hitless today. 2 for 7 in the tournament, playing second base. Steps in from the right side and takes a curveball for a strike. Ball and the strikes. Amador trying to get them in order. That is a 1-hopper to the shortstop, Baldini, over to his left, over to first in time. And the Twins do go in order. We've played 7.5. Twins lead at 3-2. We'll be right back.
Can rise above, show 'em what
And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher for the Twins. Matt Cook will take over, number 21. 24 and third innings of work this summer. He gave up 17 hits, 8 runs, 6 earned, 17 strikeouts, 8 walks. He was 3-0 and an ERA of 2.21. So he'll be called on to hold the Sox right where they're at. He'll show you a couple of different arm slots. He will drop down to the side. You'll see 3/4. So that's going to be tough on these right-handed hitters. 3, 4, and 5 scheduled for the Sox. It'll be Geiger, Adame, and Schaller. First pitch to Geiger. Cook goes out of the stretch position with nobody on. And a good fastball at the knees for strike 1. Geiger 3 walks today. And that is swung on and popped up right side. Fernandez drifts over into foul territory and makes the play for out number 1. And with 1 out, here's Draven Adame. 0 for 2 today. Bounced out in the 6th. He's the cleanup guy. Bounced out in the 6th first and popped up in the 4th to center field. He is 1 for 10 for the tournament. And he takes a ball inside. And that's swung on. Good off-speed offering from Cook. 1 ball and a strike. Adame out of Lamar, Colorado. Goes to Metro State. He'll be a junior. And that's swung on and missed. He was way out in front of that one. Ball and 2 strikes. One out. Nobody on. We're in the bottom of the 8th. That is bounced foul. Twins got 3 in the 7th. Sox countered in the bottom with 1. Twins lead at 3-2. 5 hits for the Twins, 3 for the Sox. And the pitch. That is bounced foul. One ball, 2 strikes. Cook trying to come in and keep them right where they're at. That is bounced up the middle. Signs to his right. He picks it up, flips to the shortstop, and not in time. Pretty good idea to flip it to Bassler. Bassler had everything going towards first base. Geiger runs too well. That'll be his first hit of the ball game. So with 1 out, here's Talon Schaller. Schaller 0 for 2 with a walk. He is 0 for 9 for the tournament. Steps in from the right side. Runner at first base. And that pitch is high at ball 1. And that is wide. Matt Cook, he is a 6'3", 195-pounder out of Collinsville, Illinois. Goes to Southeast Missouri State. And that is swung on and missed. That's a good location on that fastball from Matt Cook. Runner at first base. Courtesy of an infield hit. And that is up the middle for a base hit just out of reach of Bassler. And that'll be into center field. Back-to-back hits put together by the Sox. They have the tying run at second base with 1 out. Here is Dawson Tate. Both balls not hit with significant authority. They really haven't squared up Matt Cook much, but it's just been out of reach to both Signs and Bassler. Looks like we're going to have a visit to the mound. Manager Jeff Wells going to go out and talk about it. 1 out. Looks like they're going to take the baseball from Cook. let you know who the new pitcher is going to be in just a moment. Looks like Cook will leave after getting the leadoff man Caleb Geiger to pop up. Couple of hits, one given up to Adame and the other to Schaller back to back. Looks like they're going to go with a right-hander. I'll let you know who it is until we can see a number. Looks like Tyler Meyer will come in to take over. Meyer, 6'1", 190-pounder out of Houston. He goes to Paris Community College. They're going to call on him to see if they can put out the fire here. One out runner at first and second. Twins lead at 3-2. Couple of runners on, first and second. Those will be charged to Matt Cook if they were to happen to score. Myers finishing up his warm-up tosses. Overcast day here in Wichita. Some light rain has fallen, but nothing to hamper anything. Temperature 73 degrees. What wind we do have is blowing in from center field. So Minnick out to talk to his pitcher to make sure everybody's got the signs right with a runner at second base. So the Sox out of the Rocky Mountain Collegiate League have a great chance to tie this thing up right now. Tying run at second base. And the go-ahead run over at first. Well, Myers is ready. Here's Dawson Tate. Hit by pitch in the seventh and scored. He is 0 for 2. And he shows bunt. That is fielded by the pitcher. Off balance jump throw over to first is on the money but late. So that will be a base hit for Dawson Tate. You don't lay him down much better than that. Pretty good job of fielding by Miners. You got to wonder if Elliott at third base might have had a better angle on that, but Myers got it nonetheless. Jumps and throws to first. And Tate is in there. So 3 straight hits for the Sox, and they're loaded with one out. Here's Zach Baldini. Walkton was stranded at third in the seventh. He's 0 for 2. Off-speed pitch misses inside. And that's inside, ball 2. Baldini struck out in the second. So here's the 2-0. That is in the dirt. 3 balls and no strike. We'll see if Myers can get healthy in this count. No place to put him. I wonder if the Sox and Baldini will be taking at least 2 pitches here. Next ball will tie it up. And that's in there for a call strike. Baldini tosses his bat away, heads down to first, and he'll have to come back. 3 balls and a strike. And here's the 3-1. That is driven to right center. Fear going over. Bland lays out for it, unable to come up with it, and 1 run will score. So that'll be an RBI for Baldini. And his first hit of the ball game, and we're all tied up. Adame will score. We're all tied at 3. One out. We're still loaded. Here's Trevor Howard. Geiger started the inning popping up, and then Adame was on for a base hit, and it's been 4 straight hits, or 3 straight hits since then. 4 hits in the inning for the Colorado Sox. First baseman and third baseman up even on the grass. And Howard takes a ball. Howard credited with a sacrifice in the 7th. He's 1 for 2. 1 for 5 in the tournament. That is down the third base line, just foul. Wow, that ball was smoked. Almost got a piece of Schaller, the third base runner. He is pointing to Trevor Howard saying, later, brother. I'll get you later. 1 ball and 1 strike. That is squirted foul down the right side. Activity in the Twins bullpen. Ryan McCutcheon getting loose. It's a right-hander, Ryan McCutcheon. And here's the 1-2. That is bounced to the shortstop, over to second for 1, back to first. Not in time. Another run will score. Tate down to third. And the Sox take the lead 4-3. Two outs now. Here's Ty Lightly. Singled in the 7th. He's 1 for 3 today. Sox taking the lead 4-3. And he shows bunt. And that's a strike. Matt Cook started the game. He was lifted after getting the first out and then giving up a couple of base hits. And it's been Tyler Meyer since. And both of those runs scored. So Cook could be credited with the loss if this thing stays the way it is. And here's the 1-1. That is inside. Good fastball at 88, just missed. Two balls and a strike. Myers is going to step off. We're going to start over. And here's the 2-1. Runners at the corners. That is grounded weakly to the shortstop. Up with it over to second base. Signs, and that'll do it. So the Sox are going to leave one, but they get a couple here in the bottom of the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. Twins 3, Sox 4. We'll be right back.
For 6 generations, this land has provided for this Kansas farmer's family. Now, it also provides affordable, clean energy for Kansas. Watch the full story at weststarenergy.com/clean energy.
Hey, sir,
Love you, Coach. Thank you.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the 9th. Derby trails at 4-3 over the Colorado Sox. Derby needs a run to force the bottom of the 9th. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for Derby. Cooper Minnick, Fernandez, and Elliott scheduled. The Sox will give the ball to Carlos Amador. First pitch swinging, that's popped up. Lightly going out, and he'll make the play in shallow center field. 1 pitch and 1 out. The Twins down to their final 2 outs. One out. Here's Jonathan Fernandez. Looks like we'll have a pinch hitter. Looks like number 1, Bobby Morganson, will step in. He's a 6'4", 220-pounder out of Omaha. He goes to Hutchinson Community College. So Morganson with an opportunity here in the 9th. And he will take a pitch wide, ball 1. And that is wide, ball 2. So Morganson ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Morganson steps in from the left side, right on left matchup. And that is wide, ball 3. So 3 straight balls delivered by Carlos Amador. 5 hits for the Twins, 7 for the Sox. And that is in there for a called strike. So Amador is going to try to get healthy. Three balls and a strike. 1 out. Leadoff man Cooper Minnick popped out. And that's wide, ball 4. So Morganson comes in and draws a 1-out base on balls, and the tying run is on. Here's Davis Elliott. Elliott 0 for 1, hit by pitch and a walk, struck out in the 5th. Hitless in the tournament, and he takes a pitch low, ball 1. There's some activity in the Sox bullpen. And that is swung on and missed, 1-1. Eli Thornquist getting loose in the bullpen for the Sox. And the 1-1, swung on and missed. Good change of pace from Carlos Amador. One ball and 2 strikes. Tying runner at first. That is bounced to the left side, and that'll be in there for a base hit. So the Twins aren't done. That will be a 1-out base hit for Davis Elliott. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Looks like we're going to have a visit from manager Dick Orcutt. Going to go out to talk about it. Do have a guy loosening. No indication yet.
Hey fans, go check out the 2017
Looks like the pitcher down there is hot. He is done throwing. Looks like they're going to lift Carlos Amador. Looks like we have a left-hander coming in. It looks like, can't quite see the number yet. Looks like it will be number 10, Eli Thornquist. 6'1", 190-pound left-hander out of Mesa State. He just graduated. He will come in to try to slow down the Derby Twins here. They have runners at first and second, 1 out. Do have 3 more ball games to follow. Liberal BJs will be taking on the Colorado Cyclones next. Now 30 minutes after this one, we'll have it for you. This one's still in doubt here. Twins trail it 4-3. They have runners at first and second with one out. New pitcher for the Colorado Sox, Eli Thornquist. They're going to bring him in. He's a left-hander. They're going to try to get him to shut down the Twins right here. The Twins will have Connor Bassler up, and Brett Fair will be on deck. So here's Connor Bassler. He singled and scored in the 7th. He's 1 for 2 today. He's 1 for 6 for the tournament. Walked in the 2nd and was stranded. Tate out to talk to his pitcher, make sure all the signs are straight with a runner at second. Umpire out to break it up, and we're ready to go. Runners at first and second, those will be credited to Armador. And the perch pitch from Thornquist. Off-speed pitch, that's in there for a called strike. Good overhand curveball. No balls and a strike. Runners at first and second, tying run at second base. And a pitch. That is popped up right side. That will make the seats.
That foul ball is brought to you by Aegis Group. For all your insurance needs, call Aegis or visit AegisGroupProtects.com.
Bassler in the hole, 0-2. He can tie it up with a base hit right here. Outfield appears to be pretty deep. The shallowest guy is the center fielder. Very deep and right. And the 0-2. And that's high. Ball and 2 strikes. Tried to get him chase something upstairs. Bassler, a 300 hitter this last season. Very disciplined at the plate. Some light rain beginning to fall now. And that is swung on and missed. He tried to check his swing. And that'll do it for Bassler. 2 outs now. Top of the order now. Here's Brett Fear. Fear doubled in the 7th. Fear 1 for 3. 2 for 9 in the tournament. Left on left matchup. And that is in the dirt, blocked nicely by Tate. You got to wonder how Tate's doing. He's the guy that took the pitch to the head. He is a tough customer. Sox 1 out away from getting a 4-3 lead. That is up the middle. That'll be a base hit, and that'll tie it up. And they will hold the runner at third. Fair in for his 2nd double of the game. And that'll tie it up. Morganson will score. Elliott over to third.
And Fair records his 2nd double of the game. Brings up the center fielder number 3, Noah.
And we're all tied up. Here's Noah Bland. Good piece of hitting by Brett Fair. Good pitch from Thornquist. Hit it right where it was pitched, right up the middle. And here's Bland. That is down to third. He throws a 1-hopper over to first, just in time to get Bland. And the Twins are going to leave a couple, but they get 1. They tie it up. We're all tied at 4. We're going to the bottom of the 9th. We'll be right back.
Kansas Gas Service delivers natural gas to many of the companies you know, ensuring they have the energy they need to grow and build strong communities. providing cost-effective, safe, and reliable natural gas for a better tomorrow today. Kansas Gas Service.
All right, we go to the bottom of the ninth. Morganson will go to right, and Neville will go over to first for the Twins. We're all tied at 4. Tyler Myers will have the baseball for inning number 9 and try to force extras right here. And it looks like we got a grounds crew member out there driving in center field. That'll give Minnick time to go out and talk to Myers. Top of the order for the Colorado Sox. They're going to try to walk it off here in the bottom of the 9th. We're all tied at 4. Hits tied at 7. The only difference, a couple of errors for the Sox. Light rain continues to fall. Here's Chase Powell, and he takes a pitch low, ball 1. Powell 0 for 3 with a walk. That is skied to left field. Left fielder going back and makes the play. 1 out. Here's Brandon Beckel.
Left fielder number 8, Brandon Beckel.
Beckel 0 for 3, credited with a sacrifice in the 6th. First pitch swinging, and that's foul back. No balls and a strike, 1 out. That is swung on and foul back. Good off-speed pitch from Tyler Myers. Beckel out of Berthoud, Colorado, and that is bounced to the left side. Elliott up with it, over to first, and that's it. That'll do it. So Beckel grounds out for out number 2.
Third baseman number 5, Caleb Geiger.
So it'll be up to Caleb Geiger to keep things going for the Sox here in the bottom of the 9th. Popped out to the first baseman last time up. He is 0 for 1, 3 walks. That is skied to center. It looks like Bland is going to be right there. He comes in and makes the play. So the Sox go in order. And we're going to the 10th. Free baseball in Wichita. We're all tied at 4. We'll be right back.
For nearly 60 years, Goodwill has helped people like Alexis develop skills through job and education opportunities. A diagnosis of cerebral palsy at a young age has never gotten Alexis down. With the help of a Goodwill employment training specialist, she started working for a local nonprofit agency, which provides support for families of children with developmental disabilities. Now she's the face of their Wichita office, and she enjoys making a difference in other people's lives. Donate, shop, educate, employ. Learn more and give at goodwillks.org.
And welcome back to Wichita. We go to the top of the 10th. We're all knotted at 4. Twins and the Sox 4 apiece, 7 hits apiece. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Twins. It'll be Dominguez, Neville, and Saenz. Dominguez popped out to the center fielder in the 8th. Base hit in the 1st, and that's been it for him. Struck out in the 6th. He takes a ball in the dirt, ball 1. Thornquist gets the ball for the 2nd inning of work. He was roughed up for 1 in the 9th. And that's in there for a strike. One ball, one strike, nobody out. And that's in there for a call strike. 1 and 2. Good spot by Thornquist. Spotting up very well. BJ's and the Cyclones waiting to go here as soon as this one's over. That is a really bad swing by Anthony Dominguez, and he will go down. 1 out. Here's Colin Neville.
First baseman number 8, Colin Neville. Cleanup hitters brought to you by Oxy Spray's Carpet Cleaning.
Neville now playing first base. First pitch to him is wide, ball 1. And here's the 1-0 from Thornquist. That is wide again. Neville in the driver's seat, 2 balls, no strikes. And a 2-0. Off-speed pitch misses high. 3 straight balls from Eli Thornquist. Left-hander out of Golden, Colorado. And a 3-0. That's in there for a call strike at the letters. 3 balls and a strike. And a 3-1. That's wide. That'll be a 1-out walk to Colin Neville.
Second baseman number 13, Greg Sines.
And this will bring up Greg Sines. He is the second baseman. Hitless today, bounced out 3 times and popped up once. He shows bunt. And they're going to check, see if he went. They say he didn't. Looks like he went around, but first base umpire says no. We'll go with that. Ball and no strikes. And that's in there for a call strike. Count even now, 1-1. Go ahead run at first base. 1 out. And the 5-hole man, Greg Sines up. Wind blowing in from north. And that is swung on, driven down the right field line. That'll be just inside the line. That'll be in there. And Sines down to second. Neville over to third. And the Twins have something cooking here. Runners at second and third with only 1 out. Good piece of hitting there by Greg Sines. Ball was on the outer half. Just went out and got it. Poked it down the line. He tries to pull that ball. He probably grounds out. Here's Cooper Minnick. Hit by Minnick, doubled in the 7th and singled in the 2nd. He's 2 for 4. First pitch to him is low, ball 1. Minnick popped up to the second baseman in the 9th for out number 1. We're all tied at 4. Runners at second and third. We're in the top of the 10th. That is bounced to the left side, foul. Infield is in. Outfield has crept in a little. Left fielder still fairly deep. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thornquist with a check. That is bounced foul down the left side. Twins hitting .250 in the tournament. 8 hits on the day. Thornquist in a set position. Here it is. That is wide. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gotta wonder if the Twins have the contact play on. And the 2-2. That is driven through the left side for a base hit. 1 run will score. And Deckel up with it in a hurry, gets it in. And Neville will score, and the Twins take the lead 5-4. Signs down to third, and Minnick on with a 1-out base hit. Some activity now in the Sox bullpen. Looks like Owen Pagatti getting loose, right-hander. Tate out to talk to his pitcher. Umpire going to go out to break it up. And here is Bobby Morganson. This is at bat, or plate appearance number 2. He walked and scored in the 9th. He was inserted for Fernandez. Runners at the corner. First pitch swinging. That is foul. Schaller caught that about a foot into foul ground. Stepped on the bag. First base umpire all over. That would be Dave McClure. Ball and a strike. 1 out. Morganson hits from the left side. Open stance. Thornquist trying to get out of it. And that's wide. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Derby trying to even it up in the series. They lost 6-4 to the Foresters on Saturday. And the 1-1. Morganson thought about it, and he holds it up. 2 balls and a strike, 1 out. Runners at the corners. Twins have scored once so far. They lead it 5-4. And the pitch. That is high. 3 balls and a strike. Got to wonder how long they'll go with Thornquist if he's unable to get Morganson here. That'll load him up. Three balls and a strike. That is fouled back. 3-2 now. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at the corners. And here it is. That is bounced up the middle. That's off the pitcher. Third baseman picks it up, throws to first for the out. So Morganson will be retired. That is the 0-1-5-3 putout. And that's out number 2. Run will score. That'll make it 6-4. Morganson went down hard on that one. That was off the lower leg. Ball bounced right to Geiger. He threw across for the out. Minnick will be down to second. They're out to check on Thornquist. Looks like they're going to make a move. They're going to relieve Thornquist right here, which is a good plan. That hit him pretty hard. Walking very gingerly off the field. Gets a good hand from the crowd. Derby gets another lead. They now lead at 6-4. We'll let you know who's coming in just a minute. BJ's and the Cyclones waiting to play after this one's over. We'll have it for you about 30 minutes after this one's over. Looks like Owen Pagatti is going to come in. He is a 6'2", 200-pounder out of Bear Creek, Colorado. He is a junior at the Colorado School of Mines. So it'll be up to Pagani to take over for the injured Thornquist.
Hit the fast stop pitching for Colorado. Number 24, Owen Pagani. Pagani now on the mound for the Sox.
We have 2 outs, runner at second base. Anthony Dominguez led off the inning with a strikeout. Colin Neville walked and eventually scored on Greg Sainz' double. Cooper Minnick walked, and he's down to second base on the ground ball from Morganson. And you're all caught up. 2 outs, 6-4 Twins. Twins trying to get to 1-1 on the tournament. This is day 3 of championship week. Yesterday's scores: Hayes took care of San Antonio 6-0. San Diego California Waves took care of Mulvane 7-5. Cheney over the Seattle Studs 9-8, and Wellington took care of the U.S. national team 7-3. Here is Davis Elliott. Off-speed pitch in the dirt, blocked nicely by Tate. 1 ball, no strikes. Elliott singled in the 9th. Drove in Morganson to tie it up. And that is wide. Good fastball at 88 by Owen Pagani, and that misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Elliott 1 for 2 today, walked in the 2nd, hit by pitch, and scored in the 7th. And that pitch is swung on, popped up. Geiger going back. It looks like Baldini going to make the call and the play, and that'll do it. Twins get a couple. They leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Derby Twins 6, Colorado Sox 4. We'll be right back.
For 6 generations, this land has provided for this Kansas farmer's family. Now, it also provides affordable, clean energy for Kansas. Watch the full story at weststarenergy.com/cleanenergy.
And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. Derby gets a couple in the top of the 10th and lead it 6-4. Sox need a couple to keep this thing going, or 3 to walk it off. First pitch to Draven Adame is fouled back. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Sox. Adame, Schaller, and Tate scheduled. Adame singled and scored in the 8th. And that's wide. Twins will give the ball back to Tyler Myers. Chance to get the W right here. And the 1-1, that's inside. 2 balls and a strike. Myers a very quick worker. Adame 1 for 4 today. And that is fouled and swung on and fouled straight back. He had that one timed. Just got under. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that is batted foul. We're in the bottom of the 10th. Twins tied it up in the top of the 9th. And we went to extras. That is driven to left center. Neville over to his left and makes the play. And that will be out number 1. Adame Goodwood on it. That is right to the left fielder, and that will be out number 1. Here's Talon Schaller. Sox need a couple to keep it going. First pitch to Schaller is wide, ball 1. Schaller singled and scored in the 8th. Part of a 2-run 8th for the Sox. That is swung on and fouled straight back. That'll even it up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Schaller 1 for 4 today. Single, a couple bounce outs, and a strikeout. And that is inside. 2 balls and a strike. What light rain that was falling is stopped. Overcast here in Wichita, 74 degrees. And that pitch is fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Twins trying to hold them off right here to go to 1-1. And a 2-2. Off-speed pitch misses inside. Myers not happy with himself. Turned very quickly away from that one. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And a pitch. That is bounced to the left side. Basler up with it. Pumps a couple of times over to first in time. And that's out number 2. So Colorado running out of time. They are down to their final out. Here is Dawson Tate. 1 for 3 today. Hit by pitch in the head in the 7th. Stayed in there. He is a tough customer. Singled in the 8th and was stranded. Pitch to him. That is fisted foul. Not sure they come much tougher than this guy. He has blocked every ball that's come in there. And the 0-1 misses wide. Both catchers have done a fantastic job today. Pretty much a pitching duel through 6. First run was not scored until the bottom of the 6th. And that pitch is driven up the middle, and that'll be in there for a base hit. So Dawson Tate collects his 2nd base hit of the game. And the Sox are not done. This will bring up the shortstop, Zach Baldini. Baldini singled in the 8th, credited with an RBI. Baldini 1 for 3 today with a walk. He walked in the 7th. First pitch to him is low and away, ball 1. Ball, no strikes, runner at first, 2 outs. And that pitch is popped up. Looks like Neville is going to make the call in foul ground in front of the dugout, and that'll do it. Here are your numbers. For the Twins, 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For the Sox, 4 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. The win goes to Tyler Myers, and the loss will fall on Eli Thornquist. The Derby goes to 1-1, and the Sox go to 0-2. We will have the Liberal BJs and the Colorado Cyclones here in about 30 minutes. For Jack, Chris, and Vic, I'm Todd signing off for now. We'll see you in about half an hour.